the moves the front office made this offseason, and just what's your guys' mentality going in camp?
Yeah, I loved it. I think it addressed a lot of needs, and just having awesome people, awesome players around is always nice. All the guys that I've brought in are very chatty and very personable guys, which is fun to have around on a day-to-day basis, as well as great players. So the fit seems great. Obviously, we haven't stepped on the ice for camp yet, but it feels right, and I think we're all very excited.
Yeah, I think same thing. Just echo the same thing Nate says. I think right away when you see them in the off season, it's obviously exciting, but then you never know how they're going to gel with guys or with the group and whatnot. And so far, it seems great. All quality people. They all bring something to this team that we felt like we needed, and obviously the C-Mac and Joe felt the same thing. So it's exciting, and I like our group a lot.
Ryan and Evan.
Hey Gabe, just to get this out of the way, can you give us an update on kind of how your recovery's going, and then just approaching training camp? What's that like, knowing that you're not going to be participating on ice right now?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I feel really good. I think we're about 4.5 months into this, and it's been a really good process so far. It's been obviously hard at times, and other times you're making more progress than not. So it's been really good. And I obviously going into it, I didn't fully know what to expect, but it's been really good. I've got a lot of quality people around me that are helping me out, and obviously a very strong support system of my family, teammates, and friends. So that's been great. Now obviously as camp rolls around, it sucks not being a part of it. But I think having digested that part of it for the last 4.5 months and knowing that I wasn't going to be a part of it has made it a little bit easier. And I'm just here. It's great to see everybody checking in, obviously seeing our team doctors and the team staff and everybody. It's been great. So it'll be good to be around this week, and then I'll be continuing my rehab, and we'll see when I come back again. But it's been really good, and it's fun seeing everybody, especially the teammates.
Evan and Eric.
Nate, Chris McFarland said they talked to you guys a lot, or talked to you a lot when they were discussing Jonathan Drouin. What's it been like being back on the ice with him, and what do you think he can bring to the team?
Yeah, obviously I know him, or I knew him as a teammate in junior, and I knew him obviously the last 10 years as a person, and I think he's a great guy and another guy that's fitting really well in with this group. I don't know what the lines will be, and I wasn't telling him to come here to play with me or anything. I think it's a great group, and obviously Montreal is a heavy place for a French Canadian, and I think he loved it there. But time for a change, and I think it's a great spot here. I think he'll be very versatile. Such a talented player, works really hard, and it's been fun kind of, being back on the ice together.
Eric and Jesse.
Gabe, how important was it for you and for the team despite knowing that you're not going to be on the ice anytime soon, for you to be a part of this, to be here for Media Day and to just kind of continue in that leadership role?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it doesn't, just because you're hurt doesn't change the fact that you're part of the team, right? And the only reason I'll be not here every single day of the season is because I need to focus on what I need to do, and that's to get myself better and put myself in the best spot to continue to progress physically, and I'll be supporting my teammates from a distance at times, and then at some point or another I'll be back here and rocking and rolling with the guys down the line. So I couldn't imagine missing training camp. Obviously I would have liked to be part of it, but that'll come. So
Jesse, then Pat Graham.
Gabe, not to keep harping on it, and you just kind of alluded to it a little bit, but being able to go through this summer and have a little bit of clarity on where you're at and how you're rehabbing, just how much difference has that made with you and maybe even the way you've interacted with the team? Because it was this time last year that it's okay, it'll be a few more months, and then a few more months. Does having that clarity just make it a little bit easier?
Yeah, I think so. I think it makes it easier on everybody. Myself, my teammates, fans, everybody knowing what to expect, right? And I mean, it was a big surgery, so it's going to take time, and we just continue to put the work in, and I trust the people that I have, that I work with, and it's been really good so far. So we're just going to continue that, and I'm going to continue supporting my teammates and being their biggest cheerleader for now. So yeah, it's no doubt been a good process, and excited to keep going.
Pat, then Brendan.
Sorry to keep harping on this, but just one last question about that for me. When you had the surgery, you didn't know there's a path back to the ice, but you didn't know if it was for certain until maybe now. Do you see the path back to the ice, and where are you at? Are you back skating? Is that later on down the line?
I definitely see the path, no doubt. I feel really good about where I'm at, and I'm excited for what's next. Not skating yet, but I think it's in somewhat near future. I haven't seen my surgeon yet. 6 month checkup is coming up, start of November. So at that point, we'll see what the surgeon has to say, and we'll reassess at that point. But nonetheless, I'm excited about where I'm at.
Brandon, then Kyle.
Nate, you're obviously such a big leader already, but with Gabe not around all the time and EJ no longer here, do you feel a sense to pick up, some of that slack even more, even some of the vets, or is it you guys will be back soon?
No. I just gonna continue to be myself, and hopefully that's a good leader. Yeah, I just don't think you try to be anybody you're not. I think guys can see through that pretty quick. But yeah, I'm just trying to lead by example on and off the ice. Continue to do the little things I do every day to try to help myself and my teammates be at their best, and that's all I can really do.
Kyle, then Peter.
Gabe, I'm curious, over this past year being off the ice, has your relationship grown with Chris McFarland at all? Do you get to spend more time with the front office, being sort of the respect you have in the building, and I imagine people want to get your opinion on things. Has that changed at all?
I don't think it's changed a ton. We've always had a good relationship, and we continue to have a good relationship, and I think I'm more available on game days than when I'm in the lineup. So if he wants to call me, he can, but he doesn't. But other than that, I don't think it's changed at all. You have a little more time to talk about other things because you're not necessarily focused on the game that's coming up or whatever, and right. So I don't think it's changed much. We continue to have good relationships, and yeah.
Couple last ones, Peter.
Nate, obviously you guys wanted to go farther in the playoffs last year, but as this off season has gone on, have you felt benefits of having the extra rest and maybe a little extra hunger?
Yeah, I just don't think we had the team to win last year, and when you're in it, you always believe. But yeah, definitely it's been great. I think we're very motivated, and it just felt like we never really had it last season all year. We won the division, but I don't know. It took some teams kind of falling off when we got really hot, but it just didn't really feel like we really had it. So I think we're all very motivated this year to kind of get our standard back to where we needed to be to win. You have to be pretty near perfect to get the job done, and hopefully we get our captain back at some point. It'll be tough to get it done without him. So, but we have, like you said, or like everyone said, we have tons of good depth. Our top 9 is really, really good right now, and I'm excited to see how things shake out in camp.
Last two, Ryan.
Nate, at this stage of your career, is each season motivation enough, or do you hold on to things from, let's say, last season to motivate you entering this year?
I wouldn't say I'm motivated from last season. I think I'm equally motivated every year. Obviously not winning after you win, it kind of sucks. It feels like, we weren't healthy enough to really, I don't know. I know it's an excuse, but I'll use it. We weren't healthy, and took a lot of players off our team that we could have used. So I guess that's just motivation, just to see this thing as good as it can be, praying for good health all season from everybody, getting guys back, obviously. And yeah, I think my motivation's always kind of the same.
Last one.
Nate, Val's back with the group. Coach Bednar said he has faith in Val as a person and a player. How has the team welcomed him back?
Yeah, with open arms. We love Val, and I think it's more than faith. I think we just know he's going to be here for us, and he's such an amazing player. I've said it many times. I thought he was our best player in the finals against Tampa. He was such a beast all over the ice, and Val's a good person. At the end of the day, he's a great guy. We all love him, and yeah, everything's good.
Great, thank you very much.
Yep.
Nate?
Thanks, guys.